Hello everybody, my name is Aaron aka Pulling Teeth and welcome back to WWE 2K22 and we are going to try my GM. Because why the hell not? I've got a GM mode series running on 06. This just came out. This is literally the second day of the game, so let's dive in. So you want to be a general manager for the greatest sports entertainment company in the world. I've been in this industry my whole life. Oh, so this is Steph. See many come and go and take the first step into the mix. Oh, so there's no audio here, I believe, because when you turn the music off for these cutscene videos, it's going to turn the whole thing off. Ooh. Really going for like old school GMs. Up to Baron Corbin. I forgot he was GM. I forgot how many people have been GM. There's been a lot. Did start my career in WWE as a general manager, like you're about to. I had to earn. Oh, I didn't start. Yeah, because she didn't, did she? She started just as being kidnapped by the Undertaker, I believe. Hell, way to start your career. If we didn't see your potential, I have potential. You must understand. 200 plus days a year we're on the road to entertain the WWE Universe. Some careers are long, others aren't quite as lucky. Sonya's back. If you respect the business, if you love our business. Oh, Brett. Are you ready? It's time to prove you deserve this chance. An opportunity that you can't let slip through your fingers. You must earn it, you must pay your dues. So I have to ask again, what kind of general manager will you become? Let's see if you have what it takes to be my GM. Also, we're GMing Stephanie. That's all we're doing. I'm assuming it's Steph, because the videos would have lined up perfectly with it being Steph and everything she was saying. Becoming a GM. Welcome to my GM. Our first big choice will be deciding which GM you'll be taking your brand, or which GM you'll be taking your brand to the next level. That doesn't make grammatical sense. Should it be which GM will be taking your brand to the next level? Each GM has their own unique power card that that only they can use. Power cards are useful tools that you can use to gain advantages in your season. Okay, so Adam Pearce is Instigator, a Superstars GM for Sonya Deville, Legend Whisperer for Regal, Coast to Coast, no idea, the McMahon Presence, and Custom. Oh, we can't be a custom. Interesting. Oh, I'm assuming we might have to create them beforehand. Oh yeah, so Regal. We're 100% doing Regal. I'm sorry, but we are. The first legend you sign this week will be free. Oh my god. Regal has access to this exclusive Fargo Legend Whisperer. Are you sure you want to be William Regal? Yes, I do. Just like your GM choice, the brand you select will also have a unique power card specific for that brand. Create a combination that will take your brand to the top. Okay, so Birth of Legends for SmackDown. This is War, Fighting Champion, International Takeover for NXT UK. Ooh. So what's that? International Takeover. Your network deal is tripled if you gain fans this week. Otherwise, it will only be doubled. Okay, so NXT can gain fans quickly in the first week. Fighting Champion title matches booked for this week will receive a large match rating boost for NXT. This is War. 3 randomly selected superstars on the opposing brand cannot be booked in matches this week. Cannot be used the week before a pay-per-view. Ooh, okay. And Birth of Legends. 6 random superstars on your roster will have their popularity increased by 6. Ooh, I'm not going to lie. I like the idea of running NXT UK just because, you know, UK based. It feels right. And plus William Regal, it feels fitting. And then you're the underdog brand as well, and you can sign anybody, so it'd just be kind of cool. I'm doing it. I'm going NXT UK, and we're going to book it based on just... We'll book anybody, who cares? So, International Takeover. We're going for NXT UK. Yes. Alright. Vote type AI or human. AI. GM opponent. Shane, Stephanie, Adam Pearce, Sonya. Oh, earn twice as much money from arena attendance. Increases the level of all active rivalries by 1. Raise the entire morale. A GM interference booked this week will provide an additional +2 show bonus. Oh. You know what, we'll give Stephanie the go. We'll give her money. And I'm going to give Steph SmackDown. Okay, so we'll go normal. Duration. Let's go a long time. You know, we'll go the longest we can. Draft pool determines which superstars are available for drafting. Use custom to create your own draft pool with both real and created. Well, we don't have any createds on this yet. So draft settings manual. Method of drafting superstars either done manual by the players or automatic. We're doing that. Okay. We'll go default. Right. Let's get in. Let's do a drafty. Do a draft ski. I already have an idea in my head, like who I want to draft, who I want in my roster. It's weird that it's only just one-on-one. I thought maybe there'd be more. I thought you'd get like each GM is on there and each GM has a brand. Okay, so each GM will start with a budget of 2,750,000. God, that's a lot. GMs will take turns drafting one after the other, starting with player 1. Okay, so I get to go first. There will be 8 rounds of drafting. After the 8th round, drafting becomes optional. GMs can opt out or draft until they are out of cash. Tip: GMs can use the R3 button to get recommendations on who to draft. You can also press square to get more information about a superstar. Sweet. Oh, building a roster. When thinking about your choices, consider the role and class of your superstar. A superstar can play the role of a good guy, so a babyface, or a bad guy as a heel, and you can get the best matchups. And to get the best matchups, you should pair them up against each other. Makes sense. Okay. Speaking of matchups, you'll also want to pair different classes with each other to get the best ratings. Giants versus Cruisers, Bruisers versus Fighters, Specialists versus anyone. Okay. You'll find the goods and bads when you mix and match different classes, so make sure to take notes. A superstar's star power will determine how well they draw crowds and viewers. If you book a bad match, fans will still come pouring in if the superstar has enough star power. That's WWE's booking philosophy in a nutshell. Right, so throughout a season, you can raise your superstar's popularity by putting them in matches, doing promos, or using power cards. The higher their popularity, the better their matches will be rated, and the higher their star power will be. But don't overdo it. Superstars get tired too. Keep a close eye on their stamina. Alright, so that's what that is. That makes sense. Keep a close eye on their stamina. The lower it goes, the higher chance of injury. Not booking them on shows will help them recover their stamina. Oh, okay, so we're right in it. Brock on NXT UK. Alright, so I have an idea of who I want. Let's have a look at the men's list first. I have an idea of who I want for my opening. My opening gambit. Where? I definitely want to get you on. But I don't want you to be my opener. Mustafa Ali, T-Bar. Weird that T-Bar into this gimmick is saying it's a little less. Okay, so the recommendations are Brock, Big E, Ray, and Asuka. But I don't want any of them. I mean, NXT UK done would be ideal to start things, but he's not who I'm after. Okay, so the guy who I was after is not there. That's weird. That is really weird. Why is... I mean, shouts out I was looking, essentially, for Jeff Hardy, and I wanted him to be my first, but why is he not on the list? Is it just like a random draft pool to start with, so you don't really know who you've got, right at the beginning? Alright, fine. So that threw that into whack for me. I could go Brock. Would he be my good first? He'll be my good first. You know what? We'll go with Brock first. So Brock's drafted. All of your drafted superstars will appear over here, and make sure you keep an eye on the different types of superstars you draft. An ideal roster will have a good mix of males and females, good guys and bad guys, and varied classes. Check the bottom to see your total. Sweet. Recommendations. Feeling a little lost, not sure who to choose? Don't worry, Gulak's got you. At any point you can press that to quickly go to the superstar that we think would be a best fit for your roster. Okay, so SmackDown picks Roman, understandable. Let's go with Bliss for our second, I think. No, we'll not go with Bliss for our second yet. But AJ's a heel as well. Nakamura? Nakamura's a heel? At this point, is King Nakamura or is a heel? Huh. Ciampa is a heel. Woods? Riddle, Kofi, EO. Kind of, maybe a little bit. Has it changed who's in the list? Is there more people in the list now? Not really. Right. From where we are and the fact we're UK, I want Dunn. I want Pete Dunne. So Dunn's in. SmackDown's taking Kyle O'Reilly. Good choice, to be honest. I'm going for Bliss. I want Bliss. Who are they getting? They're getting Bianca. Makes sense. So I could do with a heel woman, although Becky's right there. Becky's right there, so I'm going to grab Becky. They've got Reckoning. Alright. Oh, Schultzy would be good. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. Let's grab Peyton. Yeah, let's grab Peyton. They've got Big E. Makes sense. AJ? I need a big face. Maybe raise the move. Or Gargano. I need like a top level face. Kofi. Kofi's the move. Roderick Strong. I'm completely ignoring the recommendations. I want Liv. I need more heel women. Oh, they got Joe. Joe is going to be who I was going for next. God damn it. Let's go AJ. And then on Otis. Oh, optional drafting. Great picks out there. You now earn the optional round. Oh, so I'm in the optional round. So it's your call. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I do want more. I feel the roster's a little lacking at the minute. What's my balance women-wise? Yeah, I need more heel women. So Schultzy would be good. They're still going as well. Ember's there. Ember wasn't on our list earlier. Was she? Dakota's a face. Don't want Nikki. Murphy. I want Murphy. They've got Raquel. How's my roster looking? So I've got 6 faces, 4 heels. So I need more heels. Nakamura. Ciampa would be good. If I get Ciampa, that'll be the last I could probably spend. Let's do it. And they've got MVP. Don't have a lot left. I could get some low levels. I think I'll get a low level heel. I'll get Billy Kay because that makes sense. And I'll get one more low level on a dude. So maybe Tyler? I'm on so... Should we go Tyler? I think Tyler. I'm leaning towards Tyler Bate. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. Draft complete. We have a full roster. That was a pretty cool roster, actually. Like Lesnar and Pete Dunne are my top 2 picks. Okay, doke. They're still going. They're getting a lot of low levels. I like automatic completed mine. It was like, yeah, you don't have much money now, so we're gonna have to stop you. Alright, so that's SmackDown's roster. Putting Big E at the back. Alright. Looks somewhat decent to me. They've got one extra person than I do. But I'm alright with it. I'm alright with it. Alright, what's next? Providence, Rhode Island. Unread messages and conversations. To start every week, you'll be going through your unread messages. You may receive messages from the commissioner, from opposing GMs, or from the superstars on your roster, and many times a conversation will lead to a promise. You'll find those in your journal. If you ever forget, make sure to check, since each promise should be fulfilled within a certain time. Tonight's the night, the debut show. I have high hopes for you. Born for this. I'll try not to let you down, so it feels very William Regal. Good. I'm expecting big things out of NXT UK this season. Making an amazing show. Alright. Hey William, I just wanted to let you know that I plan on taking SmackDown to the top of the power rankings and staying there. I have the roster and showrunning capabilities to do it, and I don't think NXT stands a chance. You really think you can contend with us? We have superstars like Roman Reigns. Get real. End and continue booking. I mean, I've got Brock Lesnar. Selecting your champion. It's time for you to choose your inaugural champion. Choose carefully because title matches get match boosting. So I get a men's and a women's. So the men's champion. I mean, you got to start at the top, haven't you? So I better bring Brock in as my men's champ. And women's. I'm thinking Bliss or Becky. I mean, Becky makes sense. We'll go Becky. They're our top 2 popularity-wise, so it makes sense for them to both be the champions. Welcome to the GM Hub. Up top, you'll find the most important information you'll need. Your rank, how many fans you have, and your budget. Don't have much in the way of budget. Okay. As you begin to book things, you'll see the show's costs go up. Make sure it always stay under your budget. Right, that's going to be an issue because I've not got a lot of money. Speaking of booking things, the first tab will house the most important part of being a GM, booking your show. Every week you'll receive a match card quality score. Okay. So, booking a show. Each non-pay-per-view show will have 3 matches that can be booked. Each time you book a match, you'll see it displayed on the fight card on the right. You can also book 2 promos per show. These are optional, but I encourage you to make use of all of your superstars. Makes sense. Alright, so opener. Booking a match. Welcome to where the magic happens. In order to book a match, you'll need at least 2 superstars. Shocking. When choosing a match type, pay attention to the money and the stamina costs. While special match types provide better ratings, they also cost more money and delete your superstar's stamina. Right, so we have option of 1-on-1 tag team. Oh, that's it. 1-on-1 or tag team. So we'll start with a. I feel like a tag team match is a way to start things. Let's go via. Okay, so let's go Peyton Royce and her tag team partner Billie Kay, because that makes sense, to go against Liv and Bliss. I like that. So Tables, Extreme Rules, TLC, Hell in a Cell, randomly. We'll go normal first. Interference. Okay, booking and interference. You'll have two options when choosing an interference, run-in or GM interference. Run-ins will let you choose a superstar to run in on another superstar's match. It will also end in a DQ. Great way to level up rivalries. More on that later. GM interference lets you, yes you, enter the corner of a booked superstar and provide a nice show bonus, but cause the interfered superstar to be quite upset. So book carefully. I'm alright with no interference in the opening match. So save match. Alright. You can do a booking a promo. Promos are a nice way to get exposure for your superstars. There are various types of promo to choose from, so choose whatever is needed. But everything has a cost. Promos cost money. Additionally, superstars will only recover half the stamina they would normally. Alright, so we've got self-promo, a call-out, chance to begin a rivalry. Alright, that would work. I think I'm going to have Schultzy call out Becky. I feel like that works. Schultzy's promo skill is 3 out of what? I don't know. So promo details, chance to begin a rivalry. Yeah. I feel like this might be... What's power card info? No power cards. Save promo? Save promo. Alright. Mid-match. One-on-one. Murphy. You can take on. You take on... Oh, Murphy and Styles would be really good. Murphy and Styles. In... Do we go Extreme Rules? Do we just start that? Oh, we'll go table. We'll go table. I feel like that would be a good mid-match. Another promo. Role change. Swaps the current role of the performer to the opposing role. Okay, advertising. Generate extra revenue with a chance of lowering the superstar's popularity with a poor performance. Charity. Generate a small bonus of fans for the week with a chance of a small popularity boost for the superstar. Oh, I like that. So, Kofi feels very charity, doesn't he? Kofi feels like the move to do a charity thing. Let's give Kofi the charity thing. Does cost a bit though. But we'll do it. We'll do it. Charity promo by Kofi. And main event of the evening. Let's book our world's champion, Brock Lesnar, going against Pete Dunne. Title match, yes. Fails the commissioner goal? What do they mean by fails the commissioner goal? Does help tell me anything? No. What do they mean by fail the commissioner goal? Why does that fail the commissioner goal? There's a commissioner goal? What's the commissioner goal? If I take the title match off? No. Let me just... Oh, look here. I should probably read this. No, we'll go... What's the journal? Okay. The journal #1 spot to keep up with the things that are happening on your roster. You'll find promos, free agent status, show notes, and more. The journal fills up fast, so you... Okay. Commissioner goal. Rest your current champions this week. Oh, right. Okay. That's why it fails the commissioner goal. Alright. So, maybe we won't do Brock. Who do we want instead? Nakamura? Nakamura versus Pete Dunne. In... Extreme Rules is expensive, man. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Extreme Rules. Interference as a run-in. Brock. Oh no, that would get rid of it. Never mind. Never mind. Save the match. Save the match. Okay, so back on the show logistics. Let me actually read it this time. Book a show logistics. And these are the show's logistics, where you as a GM will have final control over the booking of everything outside of the matches. This dictates your show's quality score. From arenas to advertising, you'll decide it all. While matches are the most important part of the show and will carry more weight, you shouldn't neglect this part of the job. Okay, so there are 4 categories of the show's logistics: arena, crew, special effects, and advertising. The base option for each category is 3. Free. There we go. Each category houses 6 different options. The free option will be selected by default until you change it. Not all options are available from the start. More will unlock as the season progresses. And most of the time you'll need to pay a one-time fee to unlock that option, but once it's unlocked you can book it whenever you want. Okay, so that makes sense. When selecting an option, pay attention to the costs and descriptions. You'll get bonuses and benefits if you book correctly for your option. Alright, let's have a looky here. So literally my first week I have to book there. Alright, so crew, again, same thing. Special effects, again, same thing. Advertising, again, same thing. So I can't do anything else. Alright, manage roster. Managing your roster. Welcome to the roster management. Here you can see everything you need to know about your superstars. If you select a superstar, you can get more in-depth information about them, including revealed match specialties, morale, and mic skill. Oh, and I shouldn't mention this, but you can also release them for a bit of a refund on their contract, you know, in case things weren't working out. Signing free agents. This is where you can hire free agents from developmental to local talent. A star is waiting to be discovered. These superstars are on contracts for a set amount of weeks. Once the contract expires, you'll need to renew it if you want to keep them. Okay, so your first thing is like the other roster is just your base roster, and this is like short-term people. Okay. Signing legends. Here you can sign legends, the pioneers of the WWE. Legends are much more expensive than free agents. One special thing you'll notice is that they have a unique icon for their star power. They have legend power. No matter their popularity, they'll always give you the highest star power bonus whenever booked. That makes sense. And it says my first one is free as well, doesn't it? So let me have a look at my roster currently. How's Brock? Releasing Brock will... Oh God, I don't want to release Brock. How's Becky? So she doesn't have a rival. 5 out of 5 on that. Okay. Match speciality is known. Brock, his promo skill is free. Makes sense. Bliss, 5 out of 5 on her. Nakamura free. AJ 4. Dunn free. Liv 2. Liv's better than that. Liv promo's better than Murphy. 4. Yeah, that makes sense. 4. 4. 4. 3. 3. Okay, so our lowest for some reason is Liv. God knows why. What are the free agent pool looking like? All the free agent pool's looking pretty good. Just Lurch Evans, the Red Flame, Trent Shaw, Cora Cut, Cameron Grimes. Okay. Dante Roberts. I read that as Dante Martin at first. Cameron Grimes could be really good. Get her permanently. Oh, you get him permanently. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to sign him, but he's a bit expensive. 10 weeks for Lurch Evans. Alright. Well, it's good to know that's there, but I'm a bit short on cash right now, so I'm not. Who's in the Legends pool? Dwayne, Austin, Hogan, Eddie, Flair, Booker, Piper, Razor, Scott. Scott Hall's on twice. If you want him as Razor Ramon, you can only get him for 5 weeks. But with Scott Hall, you get him for 10. Andre's 5 weeks only. X-Pac, Ted, Beth, China, Jim, JBL, and Farouk. So we've got the APA at the bottom. You could legitimately just get the APA, even though one's a face and one's a heel. Alright. Okay, so nothing I need to do there. Alright, welcome to the Power Card Hub. The first thing you'll see in this store, the store will include 3 random power cards every week, so keep an eye for anything that could help you. The inventory is where any card you own will be. As you can see, you get to start with your brand and GM specific cards. Use them wisely. You won't be able to get any more. Alright, so training suits, also they cost as well. Injury rehab, I don't need that yet. Contract negotiations are 2 weeks with a free agent. Superstar training. Train one of your emerging talent stars to become permanent senior superstar of your brand. Oh, okay. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, so your network deal is tripled if you get fans this week, otherwise it will only be doubled. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Okay, so I've applied that. I don't want to do the legend one yet. I need to keep hold of that as I've not signed a legend. Okay, let's go over here. Alright, so there's no data on this yet because it's only just started. But we both start with 1 million fans. She's got more money than we do, but shocking, yeah. SmackDown has more money than NXT UK. Who'd have guessed? Alright, so we did look at the journal already. So, I think we confirm booking and we go in. Let's do the thing. Starting the show. Here's your show snapshot where you can get a quick overview of everything booked or not booked this week. This will be your last chance to make any changes before you confirm your booking and start the show. So if you're going to make them, back out and make them now. I think I'm good because I don't have any other options on the logistics. The match card I think is about as good as I'm going to make it by also completing everything. So let's go. Let's dive in. The show must go on. Welcome to your first show. Here you can choose to simulate, spectate or even play matches. This is where viewers will come to rate the matches and promos you booked. Don't be surprised if they're harsh critics. Shocking, I know. If you're in a rush, feel free to simulate the entire show by pressing triangle. I'll not do that yet, but I am going to simulate these for this first week. I think we might watch pay-per-view matches, but we'll simulate week to week, I think, unless we get something big. So we'll simulate this first match. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the Iconics got the win. 1.5, disappointing. Determining match ratings. You've got your first match rating. There are many things fans consider when rating your matches, things like class, role matches, match types, popularity, and more. You may not have received the rating you wanted, but try out a combination of different things. Alright, so that makes sense. So, it wasn't great, but it wasn't too bad. Alright, so the promo. Promo effect. New rivalry! Okay. The start of a rivalry. It looks like a rivalry has started between these superstars. Any future matchups have a chance of leveling up the rivalry, which results in better ratings. The max level of a rivalry is 4. Any rivalry of level 3 or 4 will conclude a pay-per-view with a quality bonus. Persisting with a level 4 rivalry outside of the pay-per-view can cause fans to lose interest. Okay, but that's up to rivalry to level 1, and the promo was good, so that did better for us. This match, I'm excited about this match. Tables, so let's simulate it.
1, 2,
3. Murphy beat Styles. Okay, that got better. 2.5. New rivalry as well. Alright, sweet. Kofi, do your thing, my man. Excellent promo. Excellent promo from Kofi. And main event.
1, 2.
Nakamura and Dunn. Shinsuke gets the win. Everybody on the left got the win. And that was a good match. And Nakamura and Dunn have started a rivalry. So we've got 3 rivalries going. Alright, so we actually go over this.
2, 3.
Winner of Diesel. That was okay. Let's have a look at their promos. They've got a world title match to start.
1, 2, 3.
Mid-card match. Winner Ember and Bianca. That only got 2, so mediocre. I feel the promo was okay, so Kofi's promo way better. This I'm worried about being fantastic. Winner Reigns. Yeah, they got an amazing... Okay, so they probably won that. The post-show breakdown. Here is where we begin to break down the show. The graph on the right displays the pacing curve. To get the best match card quality score, you'll want the matches to try and follow the pacing curve as closely as possible. So start big, dip in the middle, end strong. Alright, post-show breakdown. To get more information on each individual match, including popularity gains, stamina losses, and rivalry information, select any match. Alright, so match report. Here's Bill Cavers delivering tonight's match was a showing between superstars with growing fandom. The wrestling classes of the four competitors often didn't mesh properly. Alright, that's not a good sign, but the popularities all went up. Is this didn't mesh properly, and there was a disappointing lack of energy for this, or enthusiasm for this match. Kay and Royce doubled up as the striking enterprise to form a team of vicious fighters. These superstars clearly synergize well off each other, so that using the Iconics as a team, or the inspiration as they're known now, does really work. Working together well as a team. They matched up against Morgan and Bliss, whose team formed the high-octane, high-flying wrestler. This team had impressive chemistry, keeping the crowd entertained for long periods of time. The contrast of a good girl team up against a bad girl team up was perfect, an exciting contrast to the fans. This moves weirdly. The two teams' separate alignments made for a dramatic tag team match. Royce and Kay overwhelmed their opponents from the start of the match, isolating Morgan from her partner. Swift and precise strikes from Royce incapacitated Morgan early on. Kay followed through with a series of strikes, exposed Morgan's openings. Royce and Kay unloaded every dirty trick in the book, taking full advantage in the isolation and wear down of Morgan as Bliss and the crowd watched on in frustration. So they're really doing a full breakdown here. Kind of like this. Continued to dominate Morgan throughout the match. Royce had openings she needed to hit Morgan with a strike and kick out power combination, blah blah blah. Morgan on the verge of losing the match for her team, yet somehow Morgan persevered. The frustration was mounting between all parties without success. Okay, however, it only took one mistake, one opening for Morgan to turn the tag match upside down. Morgan surged with a burst of adrenaline and scored a flying crossbody to take down Kay, creating an opening for her partner. Bliss capitalized by scoring a flying crossbody against Kay and Royce. The punishment Morgan had endured and the reversal into Bliss's hands gave them a path to victory. I thought they lost. Made the path to victory. That seemed unlikely. The match could go either way for the teams now, but the attempt to fight back into the match wasn't enough. Kay hit a finisher on Bliss, setting up Royce to hit her own finisher and take the match. So Bliss took both finishers. Okay, fair enough. The tag chemistry between the superstars in the match was good and kept the crowd entertained. The match was alright, but left more to be desired. Some booking decisions worked fine, but others were undoubtedly setbacks, poor choices. Okay. So nobody had enough popularity, basically. What's the match report for this? So this was good. Murphy and Styles. They both went up by 3 as well. Ooh, Murphy dropped his stamina quite a bit, though. God, AJ's got so little stamina. What the hell's going on? This match was a competitive display between popular and talented superstars. The complementary wrestling classes between the superstars added to the viewers' enjoyment, and both men delivered an exciting performance in the ring. A classic matchup of a good guy against a bad guy had dueling chants from the crowd as they got swept into the drama between the two superstars. This match followed table rules and built some extra excitement, but no active rivalry between the superstars drew no extra interest from the crowd. However, it has started a rivalry. Murphy in particular distinguished himself in tonight's match, displaying a natural aptitude for the table rules. Cool, so Murphy likes table matches. This match made fans happy, a solid display between the superstars who were given plenty enough to work with their general manager. What? Who were given plenty enough to work with by the general manager. Okay, right, yeah, that just read weird to me. Kofi did well in that, so let's break down the main event, which is our best match of the card. Nakamura overpowers Dunn. This match was a competitive display between popular and talented superstars, complementary wrestling styles, and a satisfying performance between the superstars. It was an enjoyable match. Most of the crowd were backing Dunn against his opponent. as the match between the two superstars got underway. Extreme Rules match rules had the crowd thrilled with its unique stipulation, although the absence of an established rivalry dampened the enthusiasm, so the same thing. Nakamura particularly distinguished himself tonight, displaying a natural aptitude for Extreme Rules. The match was fantastic. Okay, so that makes sense. Raising viewership and gaining fans. Here's a breakdown of how you gain fans. Hint, this is all about the show score. To do that, you'll want to get high show quality and match card quality scores as blah blah blah. Okay. Raising viewership, gaining fans. Yeah, but not all the fans will stick around. Retention. Okay. Keep an eye out for messages from the commissioner. He'll let you know if the retention rate is going to raise or drop in the coming weeks. Alright, so you'll see how many fans you gained or lost. Alright, so it looks like I gained. How much money? Okay, so you'll find the network deal. You're always guaranteed to get this cash no matter how your show is. You can put an awful show and still get something from the network deal. How to earn money. Next, you'll see your ticket sales. Ticket sales weren't that great. $7 for a ticket only. But, not too bad to be fair. A portion of your fans will attend your show. How many fans that can attend and how expensive the tickets are depend on your area or arena choice. So think about that. Okay, yes, but we only had one option for an arena choice to start with. Lastly, you'll see your ad revenue. All the fans. Okay, right. Social media, of course, social media will always have something to say about your show. A few words. Fan feedback can reveal a lot of useful information to you, such as a superstar match specialty or tag team chemistry. If you miss these, you can find them over in your journal. Peyton Royce and Billy Kay work really well together as a tag team. Murphy is such a natural at tables matches, need to see this more often. Okay, so Murphy in tables matches is good. Peyton Royce gets the win over Liv Morgan. Sucks I missed Murphy versus Styles on NXT UK. That opening match was so bad I had to change the channel. Alright, so do we need to move things about with the booking? So you're meant to be better start, drop. So it should have really put the tag match in the middle and put the tables match at the start. Okay. You talk a good game, Schultzy, but my fists are going to do the talking. Respect where it's due. Good match for Peyton Royce. I like that every match this week's NXT UK felt different from the last one. Kept me interested. Cool. Kofi Kingston just killed it with a charity promo. Good effort, Morgan, but a losing effort just from another loser. Schultzy calling out Becky Lynch tonight and hitting the target. Good promo. Nice, okay. So money-wise, I did earn money. And I did earn fans. Sweet. I'm not bad with that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Although show quality was a D, match card quality was a C. So star power bonus plus 10, show bonus plus nothing. But yeah, it's not too bad. You successfully accomplished your commissioner goal for this week and enrolled with a power card. Contract negotiation level 2. Okay. Would you like to look at that? Would you look at that? You've earned first commissioner reward goal just by not booking Brock Lesnar. I earned a new thing. All right. Okay. That looks pretty good. So SmackDown match quality was a B, but their show quality was also a D. They got a higher rated show overall. Their fan change, they got more fans and they made more money. Shocking. Wow, Diesel was on the card tonight. He still got it. Good show tonight, SmackDown. Reigns is perfect for tables matches. Natalya and Raquel worked really well as a team. Really liked tonight's match with Reigns and Samoa Joe. One of the better pair of classes in the ring. Tonight's SmackDown started strong and ended strong. I like it. Bianca Belair and Ember have absolutely no chemistry as a team. They won. Decent enough promo from Big E tonight. Someone like Daivari is always going to be second best when facing a real superstar like me from Diesel. So Nash, really varied show added to the quality. Nice. Alright, so SmackDown is beating us, but still. Becoming number one, and finally we make it to the end of the week. Congratulations, this is only the beginning. Here you'll see how you fared against your opponent. Your goal, finish the season ranked number 1. If you do that, you're clearly cut out to be a GM. Now, that I think that you've got to handle on things, I'll let you get to it. But don't worry, you may or may not see me again in the future. Well, we're not too far behind, to be fair. We're not too far behind. And that was a long-ass episode. I did not expect it to be this long, just for 1 week. But either way, thank you everybody so much for joining me in this one. It has been a genuine pleasure as per usual. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill, all the fun stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye!